Hi guys, Damian here and welcome back to my blog. So I'm now 9.5 weeks out from the UKDFBA Pro International. Before I give you an update on my blog, what I want to do is just give a massive congratulations to my clients Finn McNamara and Mick Boyle. So they recently competed in the WNBF Midlands show on last Sunday. Mick got second in the over 50 class, really tight class. I think he lost out by 1 point. From the winner. I think it was John Maduri won the class, so really tight there. Finn McNamara competed in the novices, the men's novice, and he got second also. Really tight class again. So they've both qualified now for the BNBF finals, which is fantastic. So we're all on the next show now, which is in 2.5 weeks time, 2 weeks on Sunday, and that's on 2nd of September, and it's the UKDFBA Northern Counties show, which is it's a special show for me because it's a local show. I co-promote it as well with Lee Kemp, so I'm really looking forward to that. So that's 2 weeks on Sunday. So onwards now to my update. So I am 9.5 weeks out from the contest. Energy levels have been dipping a little bit as expected. Not every single day, but there's some days I'm really kind of feeling the diet bite a little bit, which is expected because my hunger levels has gone up a little bit more, and my conditions come in also, so I'm kind of expecting that, and it's nothing new to me at all. Body weight wise, my morning body weight this morning was 76.67 kilos, so I'm roughly around about just over a pound lighter since my last update, which was about 2 weeks ago. So it's not much in terms of scale weight, but it's not the most important thing to rely on. Condition wise, I've come in a little bit tighter despite just losing just over a pound. Now, anyone will tell you who's reached top condition, the leaner you get, you won't necessarily see massive differences on the scale anyway. You might see a pound some weeks, you might see half a pound, you might see nothing. It all depends on the visuals and how you look really. So my body weight now, I mean, it's already, my morning weight is under the lightweight class limit anyway, so I don't have to, worry about body weight wise in that respect. The cut-off I think is 77 kilos, but it's all about just bringing that condition now. The last time I competed, I was probably, my morning weight, without water and that, was probably around about 73 kilos, I think it was. So I'm expecting to be around about 73, 74 kilos around that point. So you're probably looking at about 6 or 7 pounds tops to drop. Holding areas, I'm holding on the glutes, not necessarily on my side shots too much, but on the back shots I'm holding on the glutes. The glute ham tie-ins are coming through now, it's just the actual on the glute, what needs to be more conditioned. Hamstrings are coming in nicely. The quads, my quads are quite separated around my sartorius, upper quads here. It's normally my teardrop, my vastus medialis, which is a holding area for me, which needs to come in. Calves are pretty much there, forearms. Upper body's pretty much in, almost. We're talking real striking distance now. So with 9.5 weeks to go, you would think, yeah, I've got loads of time, but when you're pushing to be at your best, you kind of don't think that way. It's never long enough really. And with prep, and anyone will tell you, it's a case of just doing enough each week, to bring in the conditioning without trying to sacrifice too much muscle tissue, because it's easily done. So you're trying to keep your strength up as much as you can, whilst holding on to your muscle tissue, which is the prime goal. It's easy to chase condition and then lose muscle tissue, but conversely it's easy to think, yeah, I need to stay full, stay full, and all of a sudden you get on stage and you're not conditioned. So in an ideal world we want the best of both worlds really. So we want an element of fullness there with the condition. That's the main goal really. I suppose it is for anybody at any level. So yeah, with that being said, I'm kind of within striking distance, so I'm not too far out now. Calories wise, I've not changed anything over the last 2 weeks, but I might see a change coming from next week. Now that could be, increasing expenditure, so I might do just a tad more cardio. Could be something simple as an extra 15-20 minute walk in the evening or something like that. Or it could be a manipulation in macros. So that could be, lowering carbs slightly, maybe increasing carbs and lowering the protein down, because I'm on 215 protein and now I'm at a body weight of 169, something like that. So there's different things you can do. So I'm going to run it over by my close friends who sort of like my second pair of eyes, if you will. I mean, one of them had a look at me last weekend and he said, yeah, absolutely bang on for 10 weeks out. Now, like I say, it's just doing enough each week, so I'm going to be seeing him again this Sunday for another check, and then we'll take it from there. So I kind of do my own prep, but I'll openly admit I do need other people just to say yes or no, and I think anyone does. It's always really good to have another pair of eyes on your prep, really. So we'll see how it goes from there, and any change I need to make. Just thinking about prep and everything like that, like I said before, my energy levels take a dip at times. It's not like that 24/7, but there are some times where you feel like you're dragging your feet a little bit, and if you're experienced and you know what's coming, it's fine. It doesn't make it any easier, but every prep is different. So some people were saying to me that because I was at a leaner starting point, then prep's going to be a doddle, it's easy. And once you get to a level of leanness, it's not the case at all. You still at times feel a little bit crappy, regardless of the macros and calories you're on. People who feel great all the way through, they are the exceptions based on, people I spoke to and experience with clients and everything like that. So, it's important that when the diet starts to bite, that you've got that mindset to get through it, and it's not easy, but a powerful mindset is really, really important in terms of anything really. If you want to achieve something, you've got to have that strong mindset. So for me personally, I mean, the mindset with food is absolutely fine. I mean, if someone turned around to me who I trusted and said, right, eat nothing but broccoli and chicken, for the rest of the prep, I would do that. It's not a problem whatsoever. Yes, of course, I'd start becoming food focused and missing foods, but it's something I could do because you've got that mindset there. Now, for others, they may struggle with something like that. They may cheat on the diet and overeat and things like that. So having a powerful mindset is what I think separates from pushing that extra level of conditioning in compared to just being settling for the condition you're bringing, really. So that there's being in shape and then there's being in shape. So I think you can always push that a little bit more, obviously without trying to sacrifice too much muscle tissue, because at the end of the day the goal is just to keep the muscle tissue and just bring that conditioning as much as you can. So for those out there in prep, whether you're doing a qualifier or UK finals, then really get that mindset, work on your mindset as much as you can, because it's so competitive these days. And even though it's not going to pay the bills by winning this contest, you're not going to get £1 million or whatever for winning. To have that mindset of going there to bring your very best is what I think every competitor should do, and also bring their best, really. So I mean, the decision is out of our hands, but we should all aim to bring our best, really. Most importantly as well, you've got to balance that work and family life as well, because it's easy to put contest prep at the top of your list, and then after that put work and family life on a back burner. Yes, prep is important, but so is family, and so is spending the time on work, prioritising work in that order, really. Family do come first, and then work, and then the bodybuilding or whatever hobby you have, really. So I'll sign out for now. My next update I'm hoping to do in probably another couple of weeks, actually, where I'll be about 7.5 weeks out. As always, if you've got any questions, just fire them over. Anything like update pictures, progress pictures I send over, things like that, I normally do on the social media channels, so you can follow me on which is Coach Team Lees WNBF Pro, or Facebook Damian Lees or Damian Lees Tailored Fitness. I tend to put the odd photograph up there. I never put out full, of the compulsories or anything like that. Not that I'm hiding anything. It's just a case of just putting the odd picture up there just to see give you guys an insight of my conditioning perspective really, but not showing everybody too much, because I feel like if you show everyone picture after picture of every single pose you do, when it comes to being on stage on the day, it's like, oh right, yeah, well I've seen it all now. So it's not an element of surprise, but it's just holding a little bit back for yourself really, without going, you know, Dorian Yates style where you're just staying covered up throughout. I think it's important just to maybe 1 or 2 progress pictures be useful really. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Cheers.